Hi besties, I'm in Marathon, Florida. I went to the Keys yesterday for a little day trip. We're here with Nate's family and I wanted to do a little reading vacation books because when else can I read vacation summary books in January living in Canada? You know what I mean? I'm currently reading Just for the Summer by Jimenez. I just got this book like not even a month ago from my best friend. I know I should be prioritizing older books on my TBR, but this one, she knew I was going to Florida and I've been wanting to read Jimenez for so long. I've heard so many good things about this book. So I read a novella by Jimenez a year ago and I could tell that her writing was something that I really liked. And I don't know why I haven't picked up one of her books, but now that I'm actually reading it, I have not read a book in so long that just encapsulated me to want to read hundreds of pages at a time. I started reading it when I was tanning earlier and I'm literally 130 pages in. Like, I can't put it down. It's so good. It's so easy to read. The main characters are so likable. I like how it's not just romance. It goes with hardships, but there's so much humor in it as well. Most of the books I've read recently, the male main character has been either like a bad boy, super responsible and protective and stuff. So reading about Justin, first of all, he reminds me of my boyfriend, which is like a cherry on top because he's just so, I don't want to, like, naive, not the right word because he's not naive. He's just like so sweet, golden retriever-esque. He's goofy. Yeah, all these things. So I'm really, really liking this book. I also like how the humor doesn't make the hardships the entire plot of the story, because sometimes in romance book they kind of use found family trope a little too hard, where it's like, okay, you can still have a personality outside of this hardship you're going through, and this book does a really good job at that, as they're kind of like living through it, and I also happen to be a person that covers up their hardships with humor. So it's nice seeing not only one, but two people do that in this book. My other books that I brought You and Me on Vacation by Emily Henry. I read Happy Place, which is my favorite book, and then I read Beach Read, which was like a 4 out of 5 stars. I didn't see that good of reviews on this, but I still obviously want to read it because I want to read all of Emily Henry's books. I think this is a good time to read You and Me on Vacation because I'm on vacation. You know what I mean? But yeah, I didn't want to read this one first because I was scared it was going to put me in a slump. I also just brought my Kindle, which I have done and dusted on here. And I also have Powerless by Elsie Silver. I have some other books, but I don't think any of them are very summery. I was going more so for a cowboy romance. In the summertime, I listen to my country music, wear my cowgirl boots, that type of thing. So I was thinking a cowboy romance would be pretty safe. But reading this right now, I don't even think anything's going to compare to it, so I'm a little nervous for that, but I'll keep you updated. Hi besties, it's a few days later. I was in Florida, as you saw, and I finished Just for the Summer. And then when I got back, I read a little bit of You and Me on Vacation, or People We Meet on Vacation, on the plane ride. And then I went a few cities over to visit my sister, surprise her for her birthday, and I read it on the train. So yeah, I've just been having a little bit of a travel month and I haven't had a chance to sit down and chat, but I have had plenty chances to read. So I finished Just for the Summer, and this is like 6 out of 5, like new favorite book. So if you don't know what Just for the Summer is about, you're following Emma and Justin. They both have this curse. It's every time they date someone, they break up and then that person finds their soulmate. So they're struggling to find their own soulmate. And he posts on Reddit, like, am I the asshole? And she like DMs him jokingly, you know, like they meet up, and it's really, really deep in the sense that it's very much found family. There's a lot of trauma, a a lot of family issues from both parties and a lot of self-destruction from a lot of characters. I only read Just for the Summer. I didn't read Part of Your World or whatever the other one is, and I think I made a mistake by doing that because everyone tells me that this actually wraps up everything for all the characters in the other books, which is sad because like now I think I spoiled it kind of for the other books. Either way, it's all romance. I know how it's gonna end, quote unquote. I am still gonna read the other ones though because Abby Jimenez's writing is crazily good. Like, I don't even know what it was. Like, it's not that this plot is like crazy unique or out there in any way, but I just felt super connected to the characters, and every time the book was sitting down I was like itching to pick it back up, and that says a lot because I was literally on vacation. I just had a lot of fun reading it, and the cover is gorgeous. So, and then You and Me on Vacation, I'm currently reading, I think I'm about 120 pages in. So I've actually heard pretty negative reviews about this. Not that they're necessarily negative, but as we all know, all of us book girlies love Emily Henry, and I just think this might be like everyone's least favorite book from what I've seen review wise. And my sister tried reading it and she ended up DNFing it. So I honestly went into this with pretty low expectations, but even the first couple chapters, it's literally surrounding like travel bloggers, fashion girlies in like upscale New York, and that is so up my vibe to read about. It's insane. I started liking it right away. You're following Poppy and Alex. I'm pretty sure so far, yeah, it's only from Poppy's perspective. Poppy and Alex have been best friends for like years and years and years. They've gone on summer trips together every year, but for some reason a couple summers ago they had a falling out. So you're basically reading current point of view, and then it goes back to different summers and tells you stories about those summers, and I'm really enjoying it, honestly. Like, I haven't gotten super far where, like, right now they're just very friendly. It's not really romancy, which kind of confuses me because it's targeted as a major romance. I'm still intrigued, and it's a good storyline. It's a cool plot. Sometimes these plots can be done pretty poorly, and I'm actually enjoying it, so. Hi guys, I am further in the book and I'm definitely enjoying myself again. Not that I ever disliked the book itself, I was just kind of in that lazy feeling. Earlier in this video I mentioned it wasn't feeling very romancy, and I was concerned and confused about how it was going to be a romance because they were very much friends. Now I'm picking up on more of a flirtatious energy. Like, we're still going back and forth from present tense to past tense, and like the past tense that you're learning is in like chronological order. So I think just like as their relationship grows, they begin to be a little bit more flirty with each other and kind of open to the idea of like hooking up or dating or whatever. I'm trying not to compare it to Just for the Summer, but like I would say Abby Jimenez is very, not trendy, but like her words are very very niche to my age group, I would say. Some of the random niche little comments that she made, but this one doesn't do that. I am kind of torn by this though because like I can't tell if I like it. Let's continue reading. What the freak? I'm picturing both of these characters be brunette. 200 pages in, they tell me that she's blonde. 270 pages in, they tell me that he's also blonde. You can't tell me that at the end of the book. Hi besties, I just finished this and I want to talk about it right away. Usually if I like wait a day to talk about books, I genuinely just like forget what I just read. Okay. I have a few things to say. So I think I'm gonna rate it 4 stars, which I think is actually a little high. I think I'm more leaning towards like 3.75. I like to have even ratings. It's closer to 4 stars than it is closer to 3 stars, and I don't want to do like quarter ratings, so I'm just gonna up it to 4 stars. I actually am going to include spoilers in this, so skip this if you don't want to see that. So I am very much a girl who loves to travel and kind of ran away from her hometown. Like, I also come from a town very much like Linfield. So in the end, the fact that they ended up going to New York rather than staying in Linfield honestly took me by surprise, because every single romance always ends up with the traveler settling down and never the other way around, where the one who wants to settle joins like the crazy life or the one from home for love, you know what I mean? So that was actually kind of cool to read about. Also, this is like off topic from what we were just talking about, but just like about the book. So the whole book was kind of focusing around 2 summers ago, like even on the back, like 2 summers ago, it all goes wrong. You never read about that summer. And also, they only kiss. Like, I was expecting them to like have hooked up and got into a big argument, but that just never happened. So it was kind of unclear as to why they didn't speak for 2 years. My favorite thing is second chance, and technically this is second chance. When I read second chance, there needs to be a good reason as to why they separate and why they don't talk for X amount of years, and this genuinely just gave us 0 information about that. So that kind of confused me, which is why it lowered it. But honestly, overall, still a good book. Also, the fact that there were 2 love proclamations ate that up. Yeah, I think Emily Henry is really good at writing characters that are likable and relatable. Didn't have any issues. Honestly, I really liked Alex. I think Poppy could have had a bit more of a personality in the present tense, because in the past tense she was so bubbly and funny, and in the present tense I do understand that she was sad and timid and scared about like opening up and stuff like that, but I wish I saw more of her giggly side, even or especially when her and Alex were alone. I like how there weren't a bunch of characters thrown in. I guess like the siblings kind of got confusing, but there's also like a wedding, so that's super fun. A solid 4 stars if we're gonna get technical. 3.5 to 3.75, but definitely rounded up to 4. I think I like it about the same as Beach Read. Like, I enjoyed myself while reading it. It didn't really leave a mark on me or anything, but so those are the books that I read. This was a 6 out of 5. This was a 4 out of 5. And I had so much fun reading books based in the summer. I might read some type of cowboy romance, but I do want to get this video up, so I'm gonna stop it here. I'm going to update my review on Goodreads and Bookstagram on this one. If you have any book recommendations, let me know. I've been really relying on recommendations to pick my reads recently, and they've been doing a great job. I'll see you in the next one.